Hey, welcome to part two of dilations, working with dilations. At this one, we're going to talk about understanding a scale factor. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're now moving into slide number 7, and it's asking us a question. Without moving on to slide 8, ask yourself, if we put the slider at K1, what would happen to the image if we increase the value of K? So if this number comes up to a 2 or a 3 or a 4 as it gets bigger, what will happen to the image? We started with a blue one, what will the red one look like? And they want you to write as many things as you can think of in here. So do some typing for me. What kinds of things do you think we will see? And I'm going to go ahead and list some things. You can use these or others. I think that it will get larger. And that also I think that it's going to move to the right when I make that value bigger. I think also that it's going to end up not just moving to the right, but up. I feel like it moves like this. Here's some other things we might write. It'll move further away from the origin. I felt like it was moving in this direction. I think all points on the triangle will move in straight lines. That was something we noticed from yesterday. And I think maybe the value of this K is going to tell me how many times further I'm away from the origin. Let's go play with this now. So now we'll go on like, are we right? Let's test it. So we would be here now on slide 8 and it says test it. All right. What's going to happen to that triangle as I slide? And I see that this is what happens. So just go back and forth and look at this. I think we can even change the shape of the triangle and move the slider and get a feel for this. Are those things we said true? Is it moving further up? Yeah, I think it's moving further up. Let's go look. What are some of the things that we said? I went ahead and made a K2 and I changed the triangle to look like this. Just because I felt it was easier to ask these questions. Yes, it's getting larger. Yes, it's moving further to the right. And if I put in these things here, it helps me see what's going on. I can look at the ordered pairs. All points in the triangle will move in straight lines, in a straight line away from the origin. That's how this thing moves. And I think if K is a 2, the triangle will become twice as big. And 2 times further away from the origin, if that K value. So if I'm here, now I'm going to be twice as far away each point on the new triangle. So go to slide 9 and they're going to do it in reverse and write as many things as you can think of in here. What happens if I decrease that K value? If I slide to the left, what are some things that might happen? And we're going to see, well, it'll probably get smaller. And instead of moving to the right, it'll move to the left. It'll move down. It'll move closer to the origin. All points in the triangle will move in straight lines, and the value of K will tell me how many times closer to the origin. Let's see. Let's go into Desmos and what are they talking about? So we're going to test it, and this slider, as it moves to the left, notice how our image here is moving to the left, smaller, towards the origin. And play around with this, see how it's getting smaller and bigger. And as the number's smaller, like here now it's 0.5, this is half the size. But most important, notice how it's moving. On what lines is that moving? And so let's go back and check what we've written in here. And I went ahead, and again, I changed the shape of this, and you can do the same. Play with this to gain a feeling for what's happening. And in this particular shape, and now I move the slider, I am noticing that this triangle, all the points are moving a along those lines, and I'm going to notice that the triangle will become half as big and half the distance from the origin. And this is what a scale factor is doing. So we've just played with it. Can you put some words to it? Can you explain to me, tell me what you understand now. Explain to me what a scale factor is, that K getting bigger and smaller. Hard to put things to words. Do your best. Thank you for watching the video.